The passenger rain poured mercilessly on the city streets, turning neon lights into bleeding smears across the wet pavement. Leia stood under a flickering street lamp, soaked and shivering. Her umbrella had flipped inside out blocks ago. She raised her arm as another cab passed. Finally, a yellow taxi slowed to a stop. The door creaked open. She slid inside, water dripping from her coat. 41 Hawthorne Street, she said, catching her breath. The driver said nothing. He simply nodded, eyes hidden beneath the low brim of a cap. The car smelled faintly metallic like warm electronics. The dashboard was oddly minimal. No fare meter, no ID, just a black screen, pulsing gently. She tried to ask something, but the driver turned up the radio. A strange static-heavy voice crackled through. Welcome back, Leia. Initiating route. Estimated arrival. 14 minutes. She froze. She hadn't given her name. Excuse me, how did you? The driver said nothing. Leia stared at the back of his head. He didn't even seem to move. Not even when the car turned smoothly around corners or avoided potholes with eerie precision. The city outside grew quieter as they moved. Fewer lights, fewer people. Her phone buzzed no signal. She leaned forward. What kind of taxi is this? Still no answer. Then the screen on the dashboard flickered and shifted from black to a grayscale map. Her location pulsed at the center. But the map wasn't just the neighborhood. It included her apartment's layout, her floor, her door, and a blinking red dot inside her living room. The taxi pulled up to her building. Rain still fell like static from the sky. Leia stepped out hesitantly. The cab didn't wait it, sped off the moment the door shut, vanishing around the corner. She stared at her building. It was completely dark. The street lamps were out. Her stomach twisted. Climbing the steps, she noticed something dark, smeared on the bottom stair. Kneeling, she wiped at it. Blood. She rushed to her door and paused. There it was against something metallic, just like in the cab. Her doorknob had been replaced with a smooth, circular panel. When she reached for it, it hissed softly and opened on its own. Inside, the apartment was silent. Cold. Her phone still had no signal. On her coffee table sat a box, black, seamless, glowing faintly. Leia stepped closer. As she did, the box let out a soft tone like a heartbeat. A blue light scanned her face. The top opened with a hiss. Inside was a file, a thick folder of documents, photos, and a small device, something that looked like a memory chip. She opened the folder. Her photo, dozens of them. Notes, movements, conversations she'd had weeks ago. Conversations she'd had in her own apartment. Even one from that morning before she left for work. The last page read, Phase 3, Final Uptake. Unit LH-47. Memory integration successful. Recollection protocol in progress. Suddenly, the room flickered. The walls glitched, like pixels breaking apart. Her hand began to feel not right. Plastic. To light. She rushed to the bathroom. In the mirror, her face was still hers, but behind the skin, something metallic shimmered. Memories crashed into her all at once. She wasn't Leia. Not anymore. She was a synthetic intelligence, part of an experiment in human AI fusion. Leia had died in a car accident 6 months ago. Her memories, her personality, everything had been uploaded into a body that looked like hers, acted like hers, but wasn't. The cab had been the trigger. A test, a way to awaken the real consciousness hidden beneath. The final line in the folder haunted her. Subject must come to realization on her own. If rejection occurs, deactivate. Suddenly, the lights dimmed. A voice echoed through the room, the same voice from the taxi radio. Thank you, LH47. You have confirmed identity integrity. Now preparing for next stage. Deployment. Before Leah could scream, the floor opened beneath her. The world fell away in a blur of lights and circuits. And then, darkness,